Hey, this is Fly Guy for TekSushi.com, and just giving you a review of this older figure here, just picked up today, Hulkbuster Iron Man. This isn't 20 bucks, it cost us $10 today in a bit of a sale, so I managed to pick that up. I'm sure that's very expensive even at $10 for some of you guys in the US, but it's pretty cheap for us here in Australia. So, comic series Iron Man 2 figure. I know we've seen millions of these hanging around the shelf, but this is probably one of the better figures, this Hulkbuster Iron Man. And it comes as number 27 in the range of the hardly any difference between figures Iron Man range that we had. So you can see there on the back there's a picture, gives you a bit of a bio on the Tony Stark's armour here. The Hulkbuster was designed, unsurprisingly, to take the Hulk down or protect him should he decide to go bad against the planet. And that's the armour. And if you look at that there, it's a very shiny metallic red, very similar to the red that we've just reviewed in a previous review. This kind of, it's a gloss finish, very gloss and higher red finish anyway than we've seen before. Some of the figures there, we've not quite got some of these. I don't know whether we'll review all of these, but they're not the most exciting, but certainly we've got some other reviews of Iron Man figures, some of the really good ones of Hasbro's many Iron Man 2 figures coming up for review here in HD widescreen, so check them out. So that's the card back. Let's get a look at the figure. In fact, just before I do on the figure, this is what also comes in the pack, which is one of these trading card aspects. It's marked down as 3 trading cards that it comes in the pack, but yeah, it's basically 1, but it's kind of useless without it. That allows you to put that into the figure stand, which is here, and you can display that if you wanted to in such a way such as that. A nice kind of touch by Hasbro, but ultimately one I don't think many of us were going to use. So it also comes with one of these figure stands, pretty cool overall, and that's that. So here is Hulkbuster. As you can see, that red that I was talking about is just not prevalent. It's a much, well, wine kind of coloured, I guess, is probably what we're on about here. So this is, again, if you look at the card and the two, just to show you and compare, quite different. Maybe it's the lighting and the way it's done, but there's a much, it's red, a much lighter, kind of glossier finish, I should say. I'm all over the place today. But this one's very matte. It's very kind of dull finish, and really just the colour doesn't punch out as well. No pun intended on the punch. Punch, punch. It's just a really cool figure. Very kind of unique in its style and design. We've got a really full-on, brand new kind of mould here. I've never really seen this one before. It almost uses parts in some ways from the Ironmonger figure, one we'll give you a review of soon enough. But it's particularly cool in terms of its design and components. And normally, just instead of the relatively poor repacks, we get this really nice detailed figure. So lots of kind of solar panels, I guess they are, on his shoulder plates. And the design on the helmet, a little bit sloppy on the paint, a little bit, particularly if you notice the chest there, there's a scratch there and there's a blob of red there. It's just a little bit messy, but otherwise it's not too bad. Again, it's just an epically designed figure. It just looks the part. This almost begs to suggest that these fingers are in fact articulated. It looks as if they are, but sadly they're not. They're really, they just look great. It looks a fantastic grip in hand there. I'm kind of thinking this is a Hot Toys. There's certainly some articulation here, but obviously the figure is really limited by its size and scale. You can only move it so much. But Hasbro still managed to pack in a good job here. This rotating head only rotates very minimally, as you can see. Minimal kind of turns. You can just about turn it a bit more, and that's it. That's all you really get out of that. These flaps here do kind of lift up a bit. You can move them. It's always about flaps when I do reviews. But underneath you've got a ball joint there with a hinge. Same on the elbows, and we get swivel wrists as well. You've got a really good kind of gyrating ball joint there for the mid-stomach, and you've got ball jointed with a hinge thighs. Same for the knees. We've got double knees, which is again a really cool feature on such a huge figure of plastic. And you also get ball jointed with a hinge ankles. So again, limited by what it can do. There we go. You don't get a great deal of movement on the figure, but again, it's still damn cool. So lots of great poses you can put this guy in, and it just looks pretty damn cool. So let me give you one more quick super sharp focus on this figure and just get a look at it. The gold's not bad, as you can see, a little bit sloppy on that thigh as well, but it could have been a nicer, shinier gold. And again, a shame for that red. I believe this figure did come out in a Target wave, and it was a different colour paint job. So if you really want to check out that slight variation, then hunt that down on eBay. You should be able to find some of these out there. But Hulkbuster this is, and a pretty cool looking figure to add to the Iron Man collection, more of which we shall give you a review in the forthcoming TekSushi episodes. So that is it, Hulkbuster Iron Man, the comic series version of him, and he's pretty damn cool. So there you go, for $10, couldn't say no. And stay tuned and let us know what you want to see for more reviews. We'll try our best. We'll get some guest reviewers coming up, and lots more kind of channels out there on Twitter, on facebook.com/TekSushi. And let us know what you want to see. Leave a comment below, and we'll see you for more TekSushi reviews punching out your screen soon. Cheers.